Okay, so I know the last video left you off at a cliffhanger, but I hope that this video just tells you as to why I did what I did and how everything worked out for me. And this is where I left you off the last time.
Hi guys, I'm at home right now because it's our day off. It's Adam's Day, so we get to go home. The entire day is off, and I'm here with my roommate. So we've got her home, and now we're going to go shop. And yeah, so after tomorrow is going to be more of climbing and waking up and carrying weight, and then we go on for our climb. Yes, so we'll be 10 days in the ice and snow and everything, learn snow crafting, and it's going absolutely amazing. And I love everybody so much. Everyone is so nice. I'm having the time of my life, injured, but the best.
We wanted to make the most out of Adam's Day because this was the only day that we had where we could actually live like kings. We had to go out and go to my favorite bakery in town to have their amazing cheesecakes, and just me being the local guide giving everybody a tour of all my favorite places and just having the day to ourselves. And the way this day just ended so quickly that we did not even realize when time had come for us to go back to the institute and back to our normal lives for 26 days. And we realized how much we needed this break just to realize that we actually missed our 5 a.m. fallens and the morning PTs, and there we were again the next day to hike up the most beautiful trail that I've ever seen and to catch the morning at the perfect hour on a perfect clear weather. After such a long time of rains, we finally saw the most beautiful and crisp morning. Every single day that I was there, you trust me, I had the best days of my life there. I realized my potential more and more and more every single day. I had something that I didn't know I had, and I found that. And I found that with such togetherness and with such joy that I learned so much. That I learned about myself and my capabilities, and I learned something that I didn't know that I had. Open what's inside, little by little. This day was 100% my favorite day in the entire course because we saw sunlight after so long. It was such a nice crisp day, and we were moving to Old Manali for our river crossing. And oh my god, I just hope that somebody has the video of me river crossing because that was an entire ordeal. And I cannot tell you how funny it was because there we were in the middle of the river and the flow was so fast and my hands were not moving, and I swam. I swam in the middle of the river crossing. I don't think that you're getting the fact that I was in the middle of the river with my teammates on either sides and I could not stick my feet on the floor of the riverbed. Another reason why this day was hilarious was because of the way that our rucksack packing made us cry and panic, and we were packing for 3 hours straight before leaving the next morning.
Just packed after what? We started packing at what, 9?
Yeah.
And it's almost 12.
What?
Yeah, it's almost 12.
Fucking.
And we still have not packed. And our bags are like what? I think it's 25.
Yeah.
It's 25 kgs. And we need to walk 13 kilometers with 25. Yay! Basic course. Basic course. Good night. Hi guys, so we're moving today and it's a long walk and a very heavy sack, but yeah, that. So I'll see you guys if my back makes it. I hope that my back makes it. Bye.
The day after that was the day that we moved and we walked for 13 kilometers with all of that load on our backs. And we fed ourselves so much because we knew that we needed it. And I never thought that I could do it, but I did. And I did not know that I was capable of doing it, but I did. And to be honest, this really made me realize what I had in me. And just the journey itself, it was absolutely wonderful to walk with all of these people and all of us motivating each other and lifting each other up, and in all the rest stops giving each other water and ORS and snacks and ducks, and just it was just a journey that really made you realize your truest potential. My back was hurting the entire time, but after a while I got used to it, and after a while it felt like such a simple flow. It felt easy after a while, and yes, I was a bunch of sweat was what I was. And yes, I looked like I could have passed out any moment, but I did not, because I was determined to cross it through, and we did. Together, all of us did. We were a bunch of sweaty people, very hungry and ravenous, but we made it. All of us did. And after feeding ourselves the much needed food, all of us went for a little day trek to Anjani Mahadev. It was an hour-long walk, which all of us needed in that train, and it was absolutely beautiful. But it was raining and all of us were wearing our ponchos, and I'm not even kidding, all of us looked ET, Jadoo vibes all around. And then we came back and went out quickly to the market to get something to grab and munch on, because Solang was the only place that we could do that before leaving for Bakar Taj, which was our base camp. And that was the day that I really realized my truest potential, was to wake up the next morning and go to Patalso.
Place for the end. I won't be late for that, late for the love of my life.
And it was here that I realized that something was not right with me. It was here that I realized that even though I was not alone, I wasn't present.
You're still breathing, even though you feel dead sometimes. You'll be fine, you're still eating, even though it doesn't last sometimes. 'Cause even if your eyes
And even though it was so beautiful and so magical, and there were so many memories that were joined with this place, so many stories that I had heard, and such memories that were created here that I was told of, and I was creating memories of my own here, and I had my people with me, but I wasn't present. I had to listen to myself, and this place was a reminder of that. It was such a beautiful day, and I had such a wonderful time with these people. We went back and had a last party meal, And we came back and we celebrated and we danced, and I was happy, but I wasn't present. I was so happy and I was enjoying my life, but I wasn't present because mentally I was somewhere else. And I kept pushing that way. I kept fighting it. I kept running away from it. I was there, but I wasn't present. I woke up the next morning feeling absolutely devastated because I think I'd hit my saturation point, and I did not shoot anything because of that in the morning, because I was crying my way up, and I did not show it to anybody, but I was miserable. There was something in me which was telling me that I had to go back, and I was not feeling nice, but I had to hide it because I had to fight it. That was what I thought, because me knowing me, it isn't in my character to just quit. But I did not know that quitting did not mean leaving. Quitting meant continuing on for me because I was not listening to myself, and that was the greatest betrayal that you can do to yourself, especially when you're in the mountains. That is something that the mountains taught me to listen to myself.
Single biscuit. Biscuit in mountains.
Biscuit in
The mountains to दिखा दो बेचारों.
mountains. Biscuit in mountains.
And I'm glad that I know now how to listen to myself and how to not push myself over everything. And I'm glad that I had the people that I did to support me through it and to tell me that I was brave enough to take the decisions that I've taken for myself.
Arushi, please say it again.
चाय और पकोड़े चाहिए यार मेरे को.
I Oh my god.
The first day after reaching the base camp, I was still pushing it. I was pushing it and pushing it, and I hoped that my mind would change. But it was the next day that I chose my mind and my heart over expectations for my own self. It was absolutely beautifully sunny, so gorgeous, but I wasn't there. The moment I woke up, I wasn't there. I pretended, but I was not there.
I swear I've seen this all before. I'm aiming higher now, so I'm scared.
And all of us went icecraft training that morning, and it was the first time doing that for me. And to learn something so nice. And this is actually one of my dreams that I was doing and living. But it was there that I got a call from home, and just listening to my voice, my parents knew, and they just said, come back. And my mind told me to go back. But I had my people with me. I had my people with me who saw that I was trying to hide it, and they tried to make me happy.
training के बाद
They tried to divert my mind. They tried to tell me that it will get okay, and they tried so hard to make me stay, and they pushed me, and they really pushed me to stay, but I had to go. They gave me all the support, they gave me all the love, but it was my decision to go back. And for the first time, I listened to my heart and my mind over expectations for myself, and I think that was the greatest thing that I did to myself, and the mountains made me realize that. I'd been home since the past 10 days. I left, and when I met them after 10 days, because I had to go meet them, I had to go see them, I had to go and say my last goodbyes, and I had to go and tell them that I was proud of them and relive everything one last time with these people, and to see what I'd experienced and to see that together. And it was such a delight to go back to them and to just listen to all the adventures that they had, and it felt so nice to see all of them earn what they all deserved. And after that, we celebrated. We celebrated one last time wholeheartedly, and we said our last goodbyes. What this taught me was not just that I had people around me who would support me through thick or thin, but it made me realize that I had myself first, and I always have to have myself first before I choose anybody else. I had to choose myself first, and I had to stay stern with my decisions because somebody very close to me told me that it wasn't me if I was doubting my own decisions, that it wasn't me if I'd made a decision to doubt myself again. That isn't me. I was stern on my decision to go back, and I was happy and joyful that I took that decision for myself. And this is me telling you just that now. Hi guys, editing me here, and I just wanted to put this part in the video while editing because I think that I deserve to speak a little more, and it would make more sense if I just talk to you guys for a bit. But I don't have any remorse of leaving because I chose my mind, and I think that was the greatest lesson for me, and that was my biggest accomplishment because I never thought that I could listen to my mind because I'm always the kind who would push and not back out. But I think that it was leaving that was a bigger lesson for me because I learned how to listen to my mind, and especially in the mountains, they really humble you. One of the things that I was told before leaving and that I knew before leaving was that if in the mountains your brain and your mind and your heart tells you to go back, you go back. You need to respect those mountains just as much, because if you try to go there, if you try to push yourself to that extreme, push yourself. It's good to push yourself, but there are limits. And when your intuition tells you that you have to go back, it was nothing. I just felt a pit in my stomach, and I had been pushing it away since the past 3 days. But that one day I was sitting there and I got a call from home, and I just knew that I had to go back. And there were so many people who were with me who tried to convince me to stay back, but I knew what my mind wanted. And for the first time, I listened to it. And I think that for me was my greatest accomplishment till date. Because I knew my potential, I knew what I could do physically, but I could not do it from here. But I can say now that I can. And I don't have any regrets or remorses, but I am only grateful that I got this opportunity because I had the best time of my life. And the decision that I made of coming back, I'll say this again, this is the greatest thing that I've done for myself, and the biggest lesson that I've learned was to listen to myself and to my mind and my heart when it told me to go back. And yeah, that is it. I am so grateful for the people I met. I'm so grateful for the experiences that I had, the things that I got to learn, not just about what I could do, but also what I was capable of doing and what I became capable of doing. And I learned so much, not just about how much I could do physically, but also socially with the people that I made friends with the way that I connected with people. But most importantly, I learned how to listen to myself. And that was the greatest thing that I learned, that I did not know I could learn at this age or like right now, but I did. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Just think with your mind and your heart and listen to it. I'll say that, and I'll see you next time.